Hello folks and welcome back to Cybernet's Flashpoint, where last time we did the mission to talk to the sniper who used to work, the sniper Rhino who used to work with Burner, who was the previous Cybernet that had the implant that's an after image of spine. The logic in that could follow that through. And it looks like we have the opportunity to hire her. We also hired Akio to help us out as our shotgun user, and he got in and immediately got shot twice and is now currently in medical recovery. Hooray. So recruit there is probably going to be Rhino. Legwork, I think Blur is currently on legwork duty. Treatment, that's Akio, and wounded is also Akio. Missions ready. The Ford up. Loopholes in 20 days. That's the important one. That's the Octane versus Ghoul one. This is, I think, just us earning money. Yes, this is just us going to go out and stealing, hacking, and then loot hacking and stuff. Mixed stealth combat and hacking loot. Okay. Anyway, let's do some things first. Let's talk about Rhino. So if you go to here, new conversation. You decide, I can't keep Rhino in the lock in Tuckmore's forever. So you still haven't killed me. I'm starting to come to grips with that. You said you had questions. Well, you ask, and I'll see if I'm willing to answer. Fair enough. How long did you work with Burner? Just less than 2 years. And you were with him when he died? I was near enough to put a bullet through the D cartel soldier who killed him. Burner was one tough chopper. It practically took a D cartel army to bring him down. If the D cartel killed Burner and wiped out your squad, it must have been Ghoul. Yes, it was Ghoul's doing. Burner and Ghoul had been going back and forth trying to kill each other for a while. It was bound to happen. Ghoul must have been planning it for a while. The trap was multi-layered. We almost got out, but then Burner went down. It was over. But when Burner went down, it was over. Like I said, I was close enough to kill his killers, and then, I guess to your advantage, I had the foresight to drag his corpse out of there. At least we have a clear answer on how my predecessor died and who pulled the trigger. What do you know about Burner's history? Burner came to New Boston maybe 3 years ago. I started working with him 2 years back. He was a good leader, but he wasn't the most open about his past. I know he came from the Algiers Dome in North Africa. Why did he come to the UNA? Was he running from something? I would have never thought of Bernie looking over his shoulder. He was always looking forward. Not much else to go on, but I'm not sure we were hoping to find what we were. But I'm not sure what we were hoping to find anyway. He never mentioned any family. I do know he wasn't the first to wear your rider. He talked about it being a zombie and the dreams he would have sometimes. I know those dreams. They're not the dreams like I used to have before. Tell us more about Burner and the work you did for Octane. Octane started like most clients we worked for. She needed someone to lean on her bad debtors, someone to snoop a financial system. She paid well and she called every month with good work. And Burner was trying to get established in town. She was a good connect. After a few months, some of us started to see the outline of something bigger. Octane wasn't just treading water, she had a master plan. At some point she let Burner in on it, and we didn't work much for anyone else after that. None of us ever trusted her. We knew she was stealing from D cartel. But she and Burner had become partners. They were going to the top of the D cartel together. Eventually, the whole team knew they were more than just business partners. Burner and Octane were lovers? They never said it, but we all knew it. I'm sure Octane was planning to become a D cartel boss, and if she could get a seat at the table with a cyberknight at her side, it would have been the power play of the century. Burner was ambitious, always looking forward and up. He was just as dedicated to the plan as she was. But Ghoul caught on to the action. Yes, and started meddling in everything we did. It felt like he was always on our back, always going to crash our next heist. But Burner wouldn't stop. Whatever we were doing with that quantum endpoint, it was tied to Octane's big move. We risked it all, and the cost was all of us. We recovered that quantum endpoint from Ghoul, and we have to decide if we're going to be the Cyberknight at Octane's side in the final phase of our plan. What else can I say? Be careful who you trust. Octane is, and always has been, a snake. Burner never should have swung her into her orbit and dragged the rest of us with him. Do you really see something of Burner in me? I do, it's hard to explain. If you're around a Cyberknight long enough, you pick up on how they move. What do you mean? Most of the time you're normal, but then you float. Between actions sometimes. I can't tell if you're moving slow or the whole world is slowing down around you. But your cadence in those seconds, it just makes me think of Burner. Is part of burner living in my wires? Or is it some kind of filament muscle memory? Nobody knows much about how the zombie riders really work. No one has studied it. It's all black market underground. The first Cyberknights were a young breed when splicers started hooking up new modules and capabilities for war. Cyberknights and their quantum riders were sent into the quiet wars in the late 2100s. After that mess and their mass desertions, they've been outlawed and hunted. So no one has any idea. That's the end of it. Where will you go after we split? I don't have a lot to run toward. Actually, I have absolutely nothing. No merc company, no Cyberknight, no safe house, and no money. It's a hell of a rug pull to see all your friends go down and be the only one left standing. When we put you in a train out of New Boston, which direction will you be heading? I've been thinking. Do I have to go? Your squad could always use another professional shooter. I promise, I do actually hit my targets when I want to. I would keep my head down around the D cartel. I don't want to reopen any recent wounds there. We will be able to consider and accept, delay, or reject Rhino's offer to join our team as a new recruit. Let's talk about you and my squad. I joined this like any other. We had a strange start, but I think we could get over that. If we can't decide now, we can just continue to review the recruit from roster before making a final decision. Yeah, welcome to the team, Rhino. So we have Rhino. Annalise Rhino Hart. Reaction, very high will, which gives us what? Dumb shock res, stress res. You got a sniper rifle. Implants? Ooh, we can do implants. Ocular slot, arm slot. Arm slot has hand blades, which will do attack an enemy within 2 meters of your hand blades. Skin slot, dermal plating, gives you some armor. Skeletal slot gives you aluminium bone grafts, which gives you some strength. Deep brain slot, Cortex Metware makes you a wire ghost. Matrix Link makes you a hacker. Fast brain slot makes you a Scourge or an Agent EX, or just gives you initiative, matrix action points, and IO boost. This is for hackers. Spinal slot, Delta Wire makes you a war machine, and Gun Link makes you a gunslinger. So let's look at class training. Hang on. So is everyone earning 3% permission? Yeah, other than me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 25 people who are not. There's 7 people who aren't me. So so 21% of my profit is going to pay other people, which is fine. Pay your workers. So Sniper Survivor. Once the sniper on Cyberknight Burner's team, you narrowly escaped the death that took your entire team in an ambush by Nemesis Ghoul. And you dragged Burner's corpse back to Octane, and willingly helped create a new knight, unwilling to free New Boston. And the aftermath question is, do you seek revenge or just to survive? Gives you reaction will tech, extra sniper accuracy, initiative, and lowers your stress resistance, however. Now to prove, plus 2 will, plus 4 crit chance, but 30% any strength you gain is doubled. So you're going to be very stressed out a lot. Buried team. Revenge, once revenge against Ghoul. Once revenge against Octane, you want vengeance against both of them. Interesting. Right, and your class training is going to be what? Remote support, alpha kill, and streaker. Streaker, excuse me. So what's this? This is the skull shot. If the single shot kills something, you get more. So streakers that get multi shots, right? So this is, if this attack kills your target, immediately reload your single shot weapon and buff yourself with more damage for the rest of the turn. Passive talent fleeting. When killing an unaware suspicious target, immediately lower your alarm level to hunted enemies. Enemies must reacquire you and gain 10% accuracy against unaware suspicious targets for the remainder of the turn. At max, activates once per turn. Okay, so if you kill an unaware target, it lowers your alarm level to hunted rather than spotted, I assume. Zeroed sight. This single shot attack gains extra 10% range and ignores up to 3 recoil. And your weak spot. This single shot does extra damage as pure damage. Okay, remote support is Death Watch, that's the Overwatch thing. Perimeter Eye, pick a target and predict target. Yeah. Strike Zone, designate an area within 35 meters. Enemies inside the area are debuffed with crit vulnerability, negative armor, and negative evasion. Cancels enemy Overwatch. J-Tac, designates an area. Teammates in the area are buffed to accuracy and crit chance. Okay, so you are definitely the support. And Quiet Kill. When killing an unaware suspicious target, gain 10% accuracy and 50% crit chance until the end of the next turn. Not bad, actually. Like, if we're gonna go support, that's fine. If you don't want to go support, we can come in off the side here. Off the side of Alpha Kill. So what do we have here? Alpha Kill, this is the hit streak passive. If your attack deals damage, start a hit streak or extend your streak's duration. While on your hit streak, crit chance increases per hit. Expires at the end of 2 turns or is cancelled by movement or missed attacks. Pathfinder. Engage Pathfinder to make no sound while moving and gain 10% move speed for remainder of turn. Cancelled by any attack. Empty Lung. Engage Empty Lung to use 2 AP to move, sprinting speed without generating recoil or cancelling buffs usually cancelled by movement, such as hit streak. Okay. Extra item carry. Nest. Buff yourself with 25% crit stealth crit chance and 25% ballistic as extra pure damage until end of turn. Next turn, cancel by move. Oh, look, I like the idea of that actually. So, okay, we can get 1 more talent. We have 4 points to spend. We go for that then. Nest. Yeah, so put reaction gives you accuracy and reaction, strength and hit points, talent Nest, and strength and hit points. We can also, therefore, dip into remote support immediately afterwards if we wanted to. So multi-classes. Okay, so what is everything else here? War Machine. With the signature Delta Wire implant threaded down their entire spinal cord, the War Machine becomes a living integrated weapons platform capable of deploying a staggering array of cybernetic armaments. A walking arsenal of war, the War Machine can focus on cybernetic claws, optical lasers, or powerful cybernetic pulse generators. It gives you Berserker. So this is basically you are a cybernetic death machine. You are what's the guy from Deus Ex? The German guy from Deus Ex. Is that Herman? Possibly. Cybersword we know. Agent EX is phenomenal mobility and tech warping cyber control. You can glitch short distances at detectable speeds, variety of infiltration methods, and makes them a nightmare for enemy drones. Their fighting styles are uniquely suited to dungeon. Okay, so which ones don't need? Because I'm assuming... Let's just check real fast. I'm assuming that Vanguard... Okay, yes, Chameleon Sheath is a skin slot, so you could go multi-class into Agent EX. Because Agent EX seems to be like a... Where's Agent EX meant to go? Fast brain slot? Nanohive, yeah, there's Agent EX, right? Yes. So it seems like something that would be relevant to you. Agent EX again is you can glitch short distances at high speeds. You can infiltrate. Fighting styles uniquely suited to hail of bullets with dual-wielding SMG abilities and bonuses to full auto. Soldier we know, sniper we know, hacker we know but requires a matrix link. Gunslinger hardwires them to their chosen weaponry, allowing them to move and fire with something more than reflex, something more than instinct, like the old fabled duelists of the Old West. The gunslinger walks with quiet confidence, their guns ready to speak with them, they live by the gun. Okay, it's not specifically just... Can I just inspect that? Thank you very much. Pistol or revolver? Specifically pistol, so it is about pistol or revolvers, okay. This is... So this branch is pistol or revolver focused. This one isn't. Pistol revolver, gun kata, really? Funny. Pistol revolver. I was thinking about like if it was any gun, a sniper becoming gunslinger makes sense. Yeah, so but you want someone who focuses on pistols and stuff to become a gunslinger. I'm assuming I can't become a gun. I can't become anything that requires a spinal stuff, right? Oh, I can't. Oh, Quantum Rider is a separate slot entirely. Interesting. So I could potentially multi-class into gunslinger. Your cybernetic has hardened their system and rapidly increased cybernetic integration time. All installed times for cybernetic implants are reduced by 50% for your knight. Okay, so we could become a gunslinger if you wanted to go that route. What was the other one? Last one, Scourge. Exploiting some of the most terrifying capabilities of nanotechnology, the Scourge Chem-Hive implant secretes a steady supply of nanites specifically designed to manipulate, reconstruct, and corrode organic material. They can poison enemies, create hazards, trick security that relies on biometrics, or toughen themselves up to squad mates. So you can dissolve a body. Shotgun shell delivers aerosolized shrapnel with the shotgun attack. So shotgun users. Reknit is a healing thing. Embedded processes the drugs of all combat drugs. Buff yourself for teammate with straight immune armor. Biocoat bullet is poison. Venom trap. Purge. Is this specifically shotgun? This shotgun is specifically for shotguns, okay. Disorient. Biomimic. Brainworm. That might be something we put to Accio. Ackio's got a shotgun, and Wire Ghost is the newest class we've got, which is the new hacker class. Wire Ghost avoids, dodges, or slides past matrix security and ice on their way to their objective. Known for the signature skipjack technique, as a short, dangerous hack through an exposed security device. So apparently a hacker has to sit in a single computer, whereas the Wire Ghost has to jump from location to location. I'm not sure how that works in practice. I'm sure we'll find out at some point. So potentially you can become a Scourge. You possibly Agent EX maybe? Gunslinger for me possibly. Anyway. Medical recovery, so we have 5 days until let's get the this is gonna be stealth potentially, so we have to go in with it. Do we have to go in? No, we're not required, I don't think. Interesting. Mission planning. Yeah, I don't think we're required. So we could also choose not to go. Hang on, what's left here? We got 4 days left on that. 5 days left on that to decide what we're doing here. And 18 days left on that. 18 hours left on Accio's recovery. So let's just do this. Boom, Accio's back. Good. Few conversations. Someone is shadowing my shipments in the under. I need your help to keep the guns flowing. I'm holding blood money for you if you can help me execute 3 enemy captains. Are you still wounded then? Really? That's annoying. But the glass lung. Okay, that's annoying. That's actually worse. I thought that treatment would have treated that as well. I guess not. The health treatment is not the same as treating a condition. Alright, hang on, give me a second. Right, sorry about that. Anyway, let's let the timer run out for the cold storage. And then I think we'll do the pending heist first. If you can do that without spending time, because we accidentally did this ages ago. If we can do that now, without letting time pass, we'll do that, and then we'll have to consider what side we're taking in the D-Cartel war. I'm leaning towards Octane, although Rhino doesn't like Octane, so... Rhino doesn't like either of them. So, is it the person who screwed her over, or the person who killed Burner, is what we have to deal with here? Or neither of them and just decide to pay her back normally, because the payment is... we have to do 500,000 in a month. So we could just decide to go cash, but I don't think Octane's going to be happy with that. Anyway, let's let 12 hours pass. That's done. So that's room management. We can manage the room over here. It's now tier 3 cold storage. That can go up to tier 3, that can go up to tier 3. Back to the room. We have file sets. The stuff we got from hacking we can sell if they're completed, I suppose. these needs a higher level of cold storage module because they're 4 set mints. So hang on, if you look at this, right? It's minting the set will create a new file. Combat gang means worth 20,000. Considering that this one's worth 6k, as long as they're both worth 6k, this is worth it. This is what's this is going to be worth between 36k and 134k. Ah, right. So considering that this could be a complete sodding disaster, because this is worth 57 by itself. Well, there's a 50% chance of being epic. So I'm assuming if it hits epic, it'll be 134. So hopefully we'll get something higher up here. Like same thing here, between 19 and 73. However, it's 100% epic at the moment. So if we keep it all epic, it'll be nice. And then here 13, this is 4. So yeah. So usually, if everything is of the same tier, it's worth doing it. If you have something of a higher tier, it's possibly worth doing it, provided you roll the high enough on the tier list. Interesting. We sell them from here. We can sell them from here. We can just straight up sell them here. So filters. I want to see only new, but I want to see the ones that aren't in set. Is that possible? This isn't in a set, is it? Selling account raises influence. When an account with high rarity is sold to a contact, it will gain influence. An epic account adds plus 10%, and a legendary account adds plus 20%. Funds stolen, allocated for research and development of neural interfaces and brain-machine connections. Account number, that one. Currency is in ODP, OQP, whatever that is, and from the D cartel. This one is funds to make media campaigns. So you can just sell accounts. Interesting. Is that a file? Do you know what's a file and what's an account? Is that an account? That's a file. These are files. Do we know that this file, for example, isn't in anything? I wonder. And what does that mean? That little symbol over there. The little eye. Just notice that this one doesn't have that. This one does. I don't know what the difference between those are. Have we seen that symbol before? I don't know. Regardless, let's do pending heist now. Let's plan this. It's going to be a mixed stealth combat mission. We can get locations about the map. We can reveal the entire matrix node maps in mission's first stage, but not in later stages. It costs us 40k to do that. This one, B-Tune and Dust Damage, we can use a favor to cancel any reinforcement deployment by SecAI for 2 turns. Unplug cameras, disables all cameras and long-range cameras until the end of next turn. It costs us 5k. You know what? No, we're going to go in straight. We're going to go in... We'll take a hacker in because we need to be able to hack to steal stuff. I'll put a meal here as well. And put Rhino in. But also, can we buy filter mods XCAN sniper suppressor? 12k sniper suppressor. Minus 35 ballistic damage. Why? Well, let's buy that. Right, so I'll go back to you real fast. Rhino, Street Scout. No, back. Into there. Rhino, attach, sniper barrel. So your loud is 45 meters. So with this it goes down to 25 meters. Your damage went down by 35, but it's still like 265 ballistic, so the damage is still ridiculously high. Yeah, it was 300, it's now down to... That's fine, that's perfectly okay. Okay, cool. Let's go and do that, then. It was a bit of a long episode because I got distracted in the middle of it, but... So Rhino, suppressed Sniper Scout, suppressed Pistol... You got suppressed pistol as well. Everyone's got suppressed pistol, right? Yeah, everyone's got a suppressed pistol. Literally everyone has a suppressed pistol, so we can go full silence if we want to. You got a sword, you got a sword. And you got an SMG, should things come out to it, and you got a sniper as well. McKellen, Ward 7 Ford Base, mixed stealth and combat, and hacking loot with no leverage. Just go for it. Remember team, we're here on our own dime. Let's make this a profitable night. There should be plenty of blueprints, files and equipment here. We'll hit everything we can before it gets too hot. Let's keep a close eye on our exits. We've got more than one option, and if things heat up quickly, we may need to make a break for it. Scout ahead, plot a route, and keep your options open. When running a heist, we are a small and fast strike force. We must use stealth, speed, and firepower to our advantage. We also need to know when to leave and make a break for the extraction points. If the sec tally goes high enough, the sec AI will get to take a defensive action in escalation. One such action is to call reinforcements, which can be done multiple times. So wait. Oh good, we can... There's 3 tiers of highlight. Like no highlights. Also highlights with vision cones. Yes please. Right, so what do we got here? Let's look at this map out then. That's an exfil over there. That's an exfil over there. Okay, so we are in a mess here. You're probably heading that way. That camera might spin around. You might be just looking around here. That's a motion field sensor. That's a camera over there. There's a long-range camera over there. So we want to go... Well, do you want to go like this? So what's the first bit of loot we got? Whoops, sorry. Damn it, every single time. Is this count? Is this one over here? That's our first little bit of loot here. Okay, first of all, so it's after image. First things first. I'm assuming you're going to be turning here. I might be wrong, but I'm assuming you're doing the turn here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look ahead. I can't get both of them. Fair enough. If I could, can I run full tilt? I could run full tilt to there. Just run to here. No one can hear me, so we'll get up there. We just spotted some more people. Over there, okay. So I'm going to put a look ahead like here, which gets all 3 of them, hopefully. Yes, it does. So you are just turning. That's okay. You are moving back there and looking that way. You are just turning. Okay. Security scramble. So you can security scramble that, but I might choose not to do that. Yeah, we ran out of stuff. So you're gonna go over. We can move over there. Moving back, so go over there. Right. What fills up an enemy within 25 meters? That's everyone. Cool. 6 turns. We'll keep that as it is for the time being. Rhino. So you can nest. You can pathfinder to move stealthily. So hang on, let's look, you get to there. So they're going to be somewhat over there-ish. You're too visible, you can't really be done with anything there. And you are within earshot of being... You can hear the gunshot if it goes off. Maybe you're back here, but we can't really get there easily now. I didn't see the stair over here, did I? No, I did not. Because we don't know what you're doing yet. Emil, can you anticipate this guy? Looking that way. Well, isn't that great fun? That's fantastic news. Oh dear. Okay. Well then. Where's the... If we want to have a hacking, where are we hacking from? If you need a hacker for this, where is the computer? There. So we need to get Sultan over there. No valid targets. Okay, damn it. I'm going to do this real fast. Move over here. Jam kit that one. Okay. Jam kit that one. Then move over here. And Sultan. We found Iota, Mago, and Ulto. Holy hellfire. That was far more tense than I was hoping it was going to be. Holy crap. Okay. So we got patient dossiers, a legendary file, and research warrant. Sure. Take that up. So what are you doing now? You're moving forward here. I'm wondering if we do this and like let you come this way, you know, let you walk over this space, we can get behind you. Because we need to get in here. Pressure sensors. We need to get in here. So after image, you got 4 AP left. So you got pre-computer advantage, gives a buff to accuracy, to that's fine. So Draco goes after Rhino, so Rhino gets a chance to move back a bit. We can just delay, right? We can delay until we can only delay once, because if delaying twice will automatically end the turn. So in that case, we'll do this to give us an initiative bonus. Right, Emil. If we want to go silence, silence makes you move entirely quietly, and you can get around behind them. Do we just knock you out now? Ah, remainder of this turn. That is a problem. Afterimage should have. Oh dear. Crikey. Yes, that was mistakes were made. How much HP have you got? 160. That's a considerable amount of HP. So you can. If you do this, you can move up to there and attack with the slant blade. Sitho's over there, so there's people moving around over here. Can we deal with you right now? %83 chance to kill you outright. And it'll have to do. Looted 1 of 8 lockboxes. There's 8 lockboxes to loot. And also the computer to get into. Okay. Sultan? Move over here, because I need you to disable that, essentially. Make sure that stays off. Okay. So Tau, turn back this way. Iota turns back that way. Okay, you're actually moving up. So who's next? Mago, Ulto, and Kappa. Kappa is moving that way. You two are just turning around. Okay. So Rhino. Move up to there. That's a disabled camera. Right. Our turn. Okay. There's 3 targets here, unfortunately. I mean, we can shoot one of these. That guy gets the aim of the camera, unfortunately. So it's not going to be that simple. Move you to here. Can you look ahead prediction? Can you get these 3? You get these 2 at least. Can't get 3 of them. I can get these 2. You're the most important one. You're the one facing this us, so I want to get you. You are just turning around. You are moving that way. So are you moving between positions then? That might be the case of what you're doing. You're just moving backwards and forwards. Okay, Rhino. I mean, if you move over here... No, Cabo can hear, unfortunately. Move over here, they both can hear. If we go over here, hang on, back here. You are within range here, but Cabo can still hear, unfortunately. That's the big problem, is Cabo can hear it, even from here, because we could get a shot off to you here. So that's not something we do now. I think that's something we do later on. Also, the difficulty that needs to go up again because at the moment it's piss easy. There's end your turn here. Emil, can I figure out what you're gonna do? Because I figured out, I know what you're gonna do, I know what you're gonna do. I don't care about these ones too much at the moment. The guy who was moving around is dead. We've got a body timer for 2 turns. Someone will come looking, which is unfortunate. What are you gonna do? Moving back inside, okay. Does that mean there's potentially a path around here? Depends what happens to Zoo, doesn't it? Depends what happens to you. There's a lockbox over there as well. Okay, well... we could lure someone as well. Kappa, Sultan... So, who's Kappa? Kappa moved down over there. Okay. Packet loss... Let's move up to there. We're just moving up, essentially. Cabo moves back in. Mago is changing sides. Like, if that means you can sneak around and get inside without doing anything, that's fine. You're turning around, which just leaves us an angle. Sitho's turning around that way, that's fine. Okay, there's an angle to get into the building. We have an angle to get into the building. Which we will do next time, folks. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.